What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hard Park 703 channel. It's been way too long since I filmed for you guys, and so I wanted to do something right now. Like, I wanted to install something right now, but I've got, according to this, I've got like 30 minutes of sunlight left pretty much before it goes down, and I need the sunlight in order to install what I'm going to install. So I'm going to get it started right now, and then I'll probably do it tomorrow morning because I've got the day off. It's nothing big, but it's definitely going to set the car off really nicely. So let me show you. Here I am always like rambling on, and I'm just like, just show them part, man. Just stop talking. So, all right, here we go. Check it out. All right, so I ordered some graphics for the back of the car. So this is the driver's side, and then that's the passenger side. And it's a little, like, you get the idea. So it's like, you know, you could almost think of it as like dripping blood, or like black goo, whatever you want to call it. Like, it looks kind of like, you know, like black bile, something out of like an Exorcist type movie or whatever. And it's going to go right here. So you can see like how it follows the, you know, the tail light. And so for that matter, well, I would want to install them, but this is really dusty. I know you can't really tell in the video or whatever, but this has got a lot of, see, like you can tell right there. Like this car kicks up everything in life. So anyways, what I got to do is I'm going to get a spray bottle or whatever and just use some soapy water or whatever and spray it down, let it all drip down and stuff. And then I'll wipe it clean. And then I'm going to leave it like that for tomorrow morning so I can get started bright and early and I can put them on there. I say this right now, like hopefully they can adhere for at least an hour or two before I try to wash it, but I'm gonna want to get the car washed by at least like 9 or 10 a.m. because it's gonna be a nice day, and so I'd like to enjoy it. But obviously I don't want to apply water as soon as I stick it or something. You know, what if I start like peeling it off with the power nozzle? You know. So all right, I'm gonna get to it. All right, so a dab of car shampoo mixed with water, and then just a bottle of water, and this should do the trick. I don't normally like doing this because, you know, like you'll leave water spots like overnight or whatever, blah blah, because I'm just going to do this real quick or whatever, and then I'm just going to wipe it down in like one swipe, because I'm gonna clean it all tomorrow. But I don't know, I'm just really, you know, picky with the car. And then I can't believe I'm filming this for you guys. I'm such a dork. But considering all that water is going to drip on the floor, coolest little tool or whatever, just get yourself one of these, like a little what do you call it, squeegee. You guys need to get yourself a squeegee, because especially like if you have like one of those like sealed floors and stuff, I'm telling you, the squeegee just gets all the water out. It's silly that I'm actually excited to share this with you guys, but this is like my favorite tool to have here. I mean, it literally cleans my floor perfectly. Well, good morning, everybody. All right, so I already went ahead and trimmed the top of the graphics, so then that way it'll be like a lot easier to line up. So I'm just gonna get started, and we'll see how it goes. I didn't want to go ahead and do it the old-fashioned way, like where you spray it all down, leave it like with soapy water, and then just kind of move it to where it needs to go, and then you squeegee all that stuff out. One, because I'm not really good with that, like the plastic squeegees. I'm always afraid it's going to go off the graphic and like onto the paint and scratch it. And then not just that, like the bubbles that get left underneath, you know, you could be like, all right, well, if you're good, then there shouldn't be too many bubbles, and if there are, then like the sun can suck them out. But I was like, all right, let me just try it my way. So hopefully, you know, fingers crossed, it actually turns out pretty good. So all right, let's start putting it on, and then we'll see what it looks like on one side, and then all right, so this is about as good as I've got it lined up. I figured you'd probably start with this corner first, right? And so then that way, as long as you got this lined up, you can kind of flatten this and then start using like some masking tape to make it nice and flat and roughly like around the edge, so then that clears at least to the corner, you know? Like obviously vinyls and stuff like that, they're not going to be 100% perfect, but you can try to stretch them out as much as possible. And then with the way the body flows underneath this, it might be a little bit difficult to kind of, what do you call it, like stretch it a little bit, but we're gonna do the best we can. So I'm gonna start here, and then I'm gonna start peeling it, so then all this stuff like adheres, and then I'm gonna start pushing it across this way. I think with me stretching and everything, I think I should be able to line it up really nicely with the edge. You're not going to be able to get it right where the tail light like bezel is, because obviously the graphic wasn't designed that way. But for the most part, like when you look at it from the back, it's going to look the part and stuff like that. Obviously, if you look at it like this, but I don't think that's really going to matter. I think it'll still flow really nicely. So yeah, let's get to it. Like I really don't want to waste a day like thinking about this too much. Let's just try to get. All right, that was definitely a pain in the butt. It's like an hour and a half later, and I'm still on this side. Okay, let me show you what I had to do. This wasn't as easy as I thought. Okay, so like to line it up down here, right? Like, okay, that's fine. Like, you know, I taped it and everything, blah, blah, blah. However, like I said, like nothing's gonna be perfect. So, you know, I try to stretch it out over here, right? So then it would follow this body line. I didn't want this to kind of flow over too much because I was afraid I was gonna start getting like creases and whatnot, you know, and it would be hard to stretch out the rest. So I try to just follow the body like right where it started curving, right? But then as you flatten it across, then it starts going up over on this side, right? Just a tad bit. And then it comes down over here. So I'm not upset about that. That doesn't look too bad. But this whole thing was so hard to put on because you're trying to line this up the whole time, right? You're trying to peel behind it and line it up. But at the same time, this stuff's starting to like get creased and whatnot. So you're trying to flatten it out, you know? So I think for the other side, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to cut or tear the backing of it, like probably like along here, all along the back. So in that way I can just already adhere the whole thing there. And then this will all have the white backing to it. And I'll just start peeling it from the back towards the bottom. Because that was an hour and a half. I've got probably another hour. Well, you know, the other side, once you know what you're doing, it's always faster, but still going to be probably at least an hour something for the other side. And that's going to put me at like 1 p.m. already. It's a nice day. It's kind of overcast, so I can still watch the car. It's just that the problem is you see like this is the shadowy area, and then that's already the sunny area. The back of the car comes to like a right about here, which is already in the sun. And so then the water starts drying off quickly, and I really don't feel like putting the canopy up anymore. It's such a pain to put it up and take it down. So yeah, I'm gonna try to finish this up as fast as possible, and I'm wasting so much time just rambling. So I'm gonna get back to it. So like 3 hours later, and we have our finished product. Looks pretty cool. Just gives it a little something extra I wanted on the back, right? Like I don't have anything going on in the back, and so I just want to tie in the back with the front, because the front's going to have a whole lot going on relatively soon. And so I wanted the back. I've got some other stuff for the back too. I'm you know, but yeah, you guys will find out. But yeah, like it's pretty cool. Looks good. Pretty symmetrical. Considering I level with you guys, so that side is shorter than that side. Okay, so I think it could be that both of them were the same, and then I did something. And I'll tell you what that something was. I think I may have stretched the passenger side a little bit more than I did over here on the driver's side. And so like when I started on the driver's side, you know, I told you guys like I was gonna go ahead and like line it up and then put it there, right? So I did a pretty good job. And then it went all the way to the edge, and I'll show you where it ends. Okay, so it ends with the body line right here, right? Like the tail light edge, right? So looks pretty clean. Went over a little bit right here, but you know, it is what it is. Like I said, like, I mean, they're not gonna be like 100% perfect, but yeah, so that one finishes there. And then I did the same thing right here. So same spacing, and then same spacing, blah, blah, blah. And then it went over here a little bit more. And so it went over here a little bit more than it did over there. Like I had a little bit more material. So I was like, that might indicate that it's going to be a little bit longer. But not necessarily. I think it just meant that I was stretching it more because I was having some issues right around here and stuff. So I was really, really stretching it, trying to line it up well. And so perhaps maybe like I stretched out just a little bit more, you know, so then that way now I've got a little bit extra right here. So see how instead of like ending up with the body line, just goes a little bit there. It's nothing crazy. Mini Cooper, that would have driven me nuts. I would have trashed the entire project. I would have just been like, all right, no, that looks horrible. Everyone's gonna, you know, shun me, and you know, like I'm better than that. Well, it's such a small little difference. It's like that much. And so nowadays, I like with the Corvette, you know, like with how finicky the car is and whatnot and stuff, like just like I said in like a previous video, as long as the vehicle is running beautifully and I'm not having mechanical issues with it and stuff, you know what, that is like very minor first world problems. So it doesn't really bother me. I mean, the trained eye might see it, but I don't know, 99% of people probably aren't even going to notice. So it doesn't really bother me as much as it would have in the past. And also, obviously, like now I tell you guys, so I swear if I run into a bunch of you guys at the car shows and you guys are like, hey, by the way, like they don't match, I'd be like, you're horrible. Considering you guys probably watch the video. But just don't do it. Don't hurt my feelings like that. All right. So right there at the, what do you call it? The edge of the taillight right there. See? Just cuts off perfectly. And then right here, just a smidgen longer. You can see how it just wraps around just a tad bit. So not even like maybe a centimeter difference at most. Doesn't bother me too much. And so like everything else looks pretty symmetrical. And yeah, I mean, it came out looking the way I wanted it to. You know, like it gives it that like, you know, like it's dripping blood or something like that, you know? So it's like a sinister type look, and I think it came out great. So I'm really excited to get the car washed and see what it looks like out in the sun and stuff. So yeah, let's see if I end up doing that today. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you liked the video. I'm gonna try to ramp up some more videos coming out. It's gorgeous weather now, and so like I've said before, like I mean the car shows are about to start, and so I've got so many things I need to do this. So they'll start coming out. You know, like life happens, so you know, you got responsibilities, you got priorities and stuff like that from one week to another. So sometimes I might want to install something, but then I've got more important things that I gotta focus on, you know. So I'm gonna try to get content out. I love doing this stuff. So no matter what, you're gonna see me filming at the shows, because I'm not gonna miss the shows no matter what. But I'll try to get some parts installed in between the shows and whatnot, you know, like I said, like I want to stagger them. So then not everything's put on at once. And then, you know, like I always say, I'm out of things to do. And then I'm like, all right, well, time to sell the car and get them clearing. Well, that's not going to happen anytime soon, but that would be the next step one day in life, if I ever make any money. But anyways, all right. So go ahead and click that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.